All right, let's get right into it. We're about to pull back the curtain on the invisible war that's happening on your devices every single day. I'm talking about the hidden forces that power your digital life, from the phone in your hand to the servers that run, well, pretty much the entire internet. It's a massive battleground, and today, you're getting a front row seat.
So, think about it for a second. What could your PC, your phone, and even your PlayStation possibly have in common? Well, the answer is, they're all part of a secret war. A silent battle fought between these incredibly powerful operating systems, each one built for a totally different reason, and each one fighting to run your world.
So let's kick things off with the first battleground. This is the classic, the heavyweight championship for our desks, a rivalry that has literally defined computers for decades.
And this slide, it just nails the core conflict perfectly. On one side, you've got Windows, built to run on absolutely everything. Think of it like a universal key that's designed to open any door you find. But on the other side, you have Apple's macOS, which is all about total, complete control over the hardware and the software. It's like a single, master-crafted key made for one single perfect lock.
Windows really is the people's champion. I mean, it's the most used OS on the planet, it runs on pretty much any PC you can buy, and its library of software and games is just massive. But, there's a catch. It can be heavy, those updates can be so annoying, and because it's so popular, it is the #1 target for viruses. And of course, who could ever forget the legendary blue screen of death?
And in the other corner, you have macOS, the creative powerhouse. See, because Apple controls everything, the chips, the computer, the software, the system is incredibly stable and smooth. It's why video editors, designers, and musicians love it. And that connection with your iPhone? Seamless. The downside? You have to buy Apple's expensive hardware, and if you're a big-time gamer, yeah, the options are pretty limited.
Okay, so the battle is now moving from our desks and right into our hands. This is the most personal arena of them all, our smartphones, where two other absolute titans completely dominate the entire world.
And right here, you can see their two completely different game plans. On the left, Android is all about freedom. It's open, it's customizable, it's like a messy workshop where you can build whatever you want. And then on the right, you have iOS, which is all about simplicity and control. It's more like a beautifully polished art gallery, but everything is, behind glass.
So, if you want to be the king of your own device, Android is probably for you. You can personalize everything, and I mean everything, and pick from a huge range of phones at basically any price. The flip side? Updates can be a mess depending on who made your phone, and a lot of them come packed with bloatware. All that useless junk software that you probably don't need and can never seem to delete.
Now for the other side of that coin, iOS, what everyone calls the walled garden. Now, inside those walls, things are great. You get amazing stability and security, a super safe app store, and your phone gets software updates for years. But you can't really customize anything, you can't add a memory card, and you're definitely paying a premium price for that very restrictive, but very polished experience.
Okay, but this is where things get really, really interesting, because beyond the famous names that everybody knows, there are these hidden, unseen powerhouses that are running the most critical parts of our world, completely behind the scenes.
First up is Linux. You've probably heard the name thrown around, but what even is it? Well, it's not actually one single thing, it's a whole family of operating systems. It was created way back in '91 as a totally free and open source alternative to the big guys.
So who actually uses this stuff? Well, you might want to sit down for this one. We're talking Google, Facebook, NASA. In fact, the huge majority of the world's internet servers, the things that deliver your websites, your videos, your social media, they are all running on Linux. It is the secret backbone of the entire internet.
Next, we have ChromeOS. Now, this is a system a lot of us have probably used, maybe at school or for work, without really thinking about how different it is. This is Google's lightweight, cloud-based system that is built to live almost entirely online.
And here is the big trade-off. Chromebooks, which run ChromeOS, they boot up in like seconds. They're super secure, and they're really affordable, which is why they're perfect for schools. But the major downside? If you don't have an internet connection, it becomes pretty limited. It's just not built for heavy-duty software or for gaming.
All right, now let's talk about the grandfather of them all, Unix. This thing was developed way back in the late 1960s, making it one of the oldest and most influential operating systems ever made. This is not something for us regular folks. This is a heavy-duty tool for giant corporations, banks, and massive research centers. So why don't you have Unix on your laptop? Well, for one, a license can cost an absolute fortune.
For just one company, you could be looking at a bill for over $350,000. Yeah, this is strictly for the high-stakes stuff, like processing weather data for the whole country.
And from that super expensive, super old-school Unix, we get its powerful descendant, BSD. It comes from the University of California, Berkeley, and it's a family of systems that are famous for being incredibly efficient and great at handling massive, heavy workloads.
And here it is, the final massive surprise. Who uses BSD? There's a really, really good chance that you do, every single day. The operating system on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5, it's based on BSD. And those powerful servers that Netflix uses to stream movies to millions of us all at once? Yep, also running on BSD. An unseen powerhouse for sure.
So after all of those rounds, after all of those battles, who's the winner? All right, let's get to the final verdict and figure out which system is truly the best.
The truth is, the best OS really just depends on you. It's all about finding the right tool for the job. If you're a gamer or just need something that works with everything, Windows is your go-to, but just watch out for viruses. If you're a creative pro, macOS is amazing, but get ready for that price tag. Want to customize everything and not break the bank? That's Android. If you just want simplicity and security, iOS has you covered, but it is restrictive. And if you're a coder or need to run a server, it is all about Linux if you can handle that learning curve.
So now that you've seen the champions, the titans, and the hidden powerhouses running things behind the scenes, I have to ask you, which operating system is your favorite? Which side are you on in this great OS battle? And more importantly, why? Let us know down in the comments.
Don't forget to like, follow, drop a comment, and check the links below.
Check the description, comment, or profile now.